Okay, we've done the bailiff, we've done Sophia. Now we're going to move to the defense attorney. Defense attorney, you've got a lot of objections. Just make sure that you stand up each time you say it and objection. And maybe each time you say objection, you get a little more heated without being ugly about it. Okay? So page 27, objection. Page 27, objection. And then the judge is going to ask you if you want to cross-examine. This is page 28. And you're going to just stand up and answer the question. Not at this time, Your Honor. Nice and slow, okay? And then they bring Gadalata up. And you object on page 29. You're just going to stand up, and maybe this time, without breaking anything, you'll kind of pound the table and say, objection! Okay, and then on page 30, okay, page 30, we wrote this in. So see, it does not say judge is going to ask for the defense, but he's going to. And he's going to say, defense? And the defense says, no questions. Just make sure it's nice and slow so they can understand. All right, so now page 32. 32. And this is where you're kind of zinging Dr. Fruitcake because he thinks that he's an expert and you're really going to get him. Okay, so you walk up to the witness stand and, okay, so, yes, Your Honor. Doctor, do you believe that an angel would appear to the smartest person around? So you're going to want to pause on that, okay? Try it again. Yes, Your Honor. Doctor, do you believe that an angel would appear to the smartest person around? Certainly. Those angels, they is no dummies. Do you know the story of Balaam? Tell us, Doctor. Who saw the angel first? Was it Balaam? Or was it his donkey? Objection! Says the prosecutor. So just make sure you slow down. So when you're practicing these, if you finish before I do, you're going too fast. Okay? All right, then we go to page 33. The judge is overruled on page 32. Defense attorney says, no further questions, Your Honor. Nice and slow. And then the judge will ask, are you ready to present the case for the defense? All right, so it says that you motion towards Josiah and you say, yes, Your Honor. For my first witness, I call Josiah, son of Jacob. Nice and slow. Yes, Your Honor. For my first witness, I call Josiah, son of Jacob. All right, then he swears him in, the bailiff does, and now we're on page 34. And it just says that you're standing beside the witness stand. Now, Josiah, where were you on the night in question? Make sure you look inquisitive on your face. You're very respectful to your client because you're trying to help him be defended here. Okay, Josiah answers. And that's it until you get to page 36, where you're calling your next witness. Defense attorney walks to the witness stand, and you are talking to basically the courtroom and the judge, and you say, I call Abel, son of Jacob. Nice and slow. Okay, so then it says, this is where Mary holding the baby, Joseph, sheep, and the donkeys enter the stage. Mary places baby Jesus in the manger and then sits. Joseph stands next to the manger. So all this pantomime stuff is going on. Then you'll actually address Abel and you'll say, Abel, tell the court what happened next. Because Abel's finishing Josiah's stuff or continuing it. Okay. So then Abel answers and says, but it was worth it. And you say, what do you mean? So you're going to be very respectful and inquisitive and nice and slow. What do you mean? Well, it was just as the angel told us. We found the baby lying in a manger with animals all around. Then we do the song, Away in a Manger. Abel speaks some more. And after all the nativity scene actors exit and they take the set and props with them, you will turn and you'll say, no more questions. And the prosecutor says, no questions. Then you're going to call your final witness, or defense. That would be Balthazar. Sorry, you'll call your next witness. Okay. Defense attorney puts a hand on Seth's shoulder as they move together to the witness stand and meet the bailiff. So since Seth is a little not as intelligent, I guess you're going to walk over and get Seth from the witness, from the bench where he's waiting to go to the witness stand. And you're going to walk him over and you're going to say, now I call Seth, son of Jacob. And you're going to have kind of a little understanding look on your face because he's just a pitiful little thing, okay? And the bailiff is going to swear him in. And at the bottom of 39, you're going to go ahead and ask him, well, where did you go after you left the stable? Well, where did you go after you left the stable? Nice and slow. We were so excited. Okay, then it's go tell it on the mountain. And remember, they have been accused of abducting someone, so this is where you're entering that in. And you're going to say, did you abduct anyone? And Seth's going to say his funny line, we didn't steal nobody's duck. Marissa is going to be running across the stage saying, come back here, duck. And someone's going to be pulling the duck across the stage with like fishing line or something. And she's going to chase it out. So that's going to happen before you say your next line. So let the laughter die down and let Marissa get back to her space. And then you're going to say, no, I said abduct. Did you make anyone go with you to the stable? So real slow, because we should be speaking slowly, and even more slowly because you're breaking it down for Seth, who happens to be a little slower. Okay. He answers. He'll actually say no, sir, not no, ma'am. And then the defense attorney looks at the judge and then says, those are all the questions I have at this time. You're just very professional and matter of fact, okay? Those are all the questions I have at this time.
I'm going to get charcoal.
Okay. All right. And then defense attorney. Now we're on page 43. And it says, okay, so the judge is saying, I'm inclined to agree with you because he wants the case to be over. Does the defense attorney have any more witnesses before I make my decision? Yeah, I'm speaking way fast right now. Okay, so you stand up and you say, Your Honor, I've just received word that a foreign dignitary is in the courthouse. He has information concerning this case. Very well, proceed. I call to the stand His Excellency, Balthazar, advisor to the governor of Persia. You want to make sure that the audience understands, and judge and prosecutor, how important your witness is. So, back at top of 43. Your Honor, I've just received word that a foreign dignitary is in the courthouse. He has information concerning this case. Very well, proceed. I call to the stand His Excellency, Balthazar, advisor to the governor of Persia. Do you promise to tell the truth? I do. Okay, so now we're on page 44. Defense attorney walks to the witness stand. All right, so you're approaching Balthazar. Now, Prince Balthazar, please tell the court how you serve the governor of Persia. I consult the stars and make a note of the happenings in the heavens. And what brought you to Bethlehem? All right, so why would he be coming there? So we're going to stress the word you, okay? And what brought you to Bethlehem? Some time ago, some other royal astronomers and I each observed the same new star. It announced the birth of a king right here. Okay, and so we followed that star to Bethlehem. Then we do We Three Kings of Orient Are, and after the song has finished, then you'll address him again, and you'll say, "And what did you find in Bethlehem?" We found the baby in a house. And after he says, okay, so the pantomime stuff is going. Mary sweeps her hands across the house scene. Afterward, Mary told us about some shepherds who visited on the night Jesus was born. Of course, that's Balthazar talking. And the spotlight comes back to the courtroom scene. The defense attorney points to the defense table where the shepherds are seated. And you're just going to kind of span across like this. Have you ever seen these shepherds before? No, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then Balthazar's last line there is, the court should be celebrating the birth of the king, not putting these men on trial. Defense attorney looks at judge and sweeps hands towards the shepherds. In light of this testimony, I ask that the charges against my clients be dismissed. Very sure of yourself and affirmative, okay? And nice and slow. In light of this testimony, I ask that the charges against my clients be dismissed. And that's the end of defense attorney.